How are we doing today, guys? My name is Jay, and today we're going to be talking about the Uwell Yearn disposable pod system. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little notification bell. That way you guys will receive all the channel notifications and you can keep up to date with all the latest videos. But now that's out of the way, let's talk about the Uwell Yearn disposable pod system. When Uwell sent me their box of goodies, I was pleasantly surprised to see that they'd included a new disposable pod system. And with already having some fantastic pod systems in the market with the Caliburn and the Amulet, I was really excited to use the Yearn. In your box, you will have the Uwell Yearn kit, a charger cable and your safety manuals. The Yearn has a 370 mAh inbuilt battery and an auto draw activation system for when you vape. One thing I really liked about the Yearn is the USB port and where Uwell have decided to place it. By placing the USB port at the bottom and to the side of the device means there's no awkward charging and no having to put your device in a strange position to get a full charge. The Yearn is a really good size and fits in the hand nicely. It's just a little shorter than the Caliburn but weighs more, and I kind of like that. Now, Uwell have been kind enough to send me an assorted box of flavour pods to try, which are mango, Fuji apple, ice mint and vanilla tobacco. Each pod contains 1.5 ml of 20 mg nic salts, and they also have the option for 50 mg if you are outside of Europe. Each pod contains a 1.4 ohm resistance coil, which means it won't be draining on your battery and also won't be drinking your e-liquid. So each pod is actually going to last you a decent amount of time. To insert the pods into the Yearn, all you have to do is simply push the pod down into the kit, and to remove, simply pull the pod straight out. When you insert a new pod into the Yearn, you must make sure you leave it between 5 and 10 minutes to let it soak in and prime itself. Otherwise, you're just going to get this horrible, burnt, nasty cotton taste, and no one wants that. I love the design that Uwell have gone for the Yearn and the pods, purely because of the juice window. The juice window is big enough to indicate how much juice you have left, and also adds a nice look to the device overall. So, how does it vape? Well, let's try the pods and see what they taste like. The first flavour we're going to try is the vanilla tobacco. Now, you guys know that I am not a huge fan of tobacco flavours, so I'm hoping this tastes decent. I mean, it smells good. I can smell the vanilla and the tobacco, but I'm hoping that it tastes good. So let's give it a go. Do you know what? That's not too bad. Oh. Oh. That's actually really good. Oh. Now, like I said, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of tobaccos, but the vanilla in this is really, really nice, and it takes off that edge of the richness of the tobacco. And the aftertaste is just vanilla. This is actually really good. I don't know if I'd go out and buy this solely. If I was to buy the assorted flavour box that I was sent, which has this in it, I would actually use this. This is actually really good. The vanilla in it is like no other vanilla I've really had, and that really softens up that tobacco. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give this a good 7 out of 10, just because that vanilla takes the edge off of that tobacco. And the tobacco itself isn't that bad, I'm just not a huge fan of tobacco itself. So putting them two together actually really works. I'm well impressed with that, that's decent. Now, the second flavour we are going to try is the Fuji apple. Now, I think that apple is quite a hard flavour to replicate in an e-liquid. You either get the apple too sharp or you get it too subtle, sometimes too sweet, and it sometimes has this funny aftertaste. But like I said, hopefully Uwell being a flavour company, these pods are just going to be spot on. Let's give it a go. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's a take on apple I've not had before. Oh! That is so good. That is so, so good. Oh. It's really sweet. Oh. It's kind of got that sweetness to a level where it's not overly sweet and it's going to get sickly all day, and it's not too sharp. It's almost like an apple hard candy, but without it being a hard candy. They've nailed this. This is a really good apple. Oh. I'd give that a good 8.5, 9 out of 10. That's really good. One thing I've noticed already in these two pods is the aftertaste stays with you, and it's not an unpleasant taste. It's a very nice taste to have with you while you're not vaping. Oh. Another thing to note is the pods themselves, they're not actually spitting back at all. There's no leakage, there's no nothing. The pods are dry, it's doing its job, and yeah, I'm well impressed with this so far. Fuji apple is decent. The next flavor we're going to try is the ice mint. Now, for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of ice. I don't mind a good mint, like a good spearmint or just a menthol. Anything that's not too overpowering, I'm all good for. But it's when the ice is so overpowering that it actually like clears you out so you don't have to go to the doctors. That's where I kind of draw the line. And I'm hoping that this has a real nice ice to it that's not too strong, but the mint comes through and kind of balances it out. That's what I'm hoping, but let's give it a go. Okay, now the mint in it is really nice. Ooh. But that ice, that definitely hits you. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, now that ice is very, very strong. And some people I know that like the ice will really, really like this. But the mint in it's got a very nice flavor, and I like the mint. The ice is probably a bit too much for my taste buds, but that doesn't say it's a bad juice. That's actually really good. It's well balanced. Just wasn't expecting how much ice that was going to be. Now, I know I'm not an ice fan, but that doesn't mean I'm going to downgrade it because of that. If I had to be neutral and just say as a flavor, I'd probably give this a good 8 out of 10. If it wasn't so icy, I'd probably use that all the time, but a little bit too much ice for me personally. And the last flavor we're gonna try is the mango. Now, I really like a good mango juice. I want it to be full of flavor. I want it to punch me in the face with that mango. I want it to be juicy. I want to have that fresh mango taste. So I've got really high expectations for this, and I really hope it doesn't let me down. I really don't, but let's give it a go. Oh, yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Oh, mate. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. That, 10 out of 10. That is exactly what I want from a mango juice. It's not too sweet, it's not too subtle, it doesn't taste too artificial, it tastes quite fresh, but, oh, my mouth is salivating. That punches you in the face with some mango. I haven't had a good mango juice in so long. Oh, this is decent, easy 10 out of 10, the best flavor in the packet. That is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna be vaping all of this. I'm gonna vape this until it's gone. This is really, really good. Overall, Uwell have produced a solid disposable pod system. And compared to other disposable pod systems on the market, the Yearn is definitely a premium bit of kit. From the weight, the size, the overall finish of the product, and more importantly, the flavor of the pods. Uwell have always been a flavor company, which means they always produce products to achieve the maximum taste possible, and the Yearn is definitely no exception. But what do you guys think? Will you guys be picking up a disposable pod system anytime soon? And do you also think Uwell always produce an amazing flavor from all of their products? Comment down below, I love hearing what you guys have to say. And that wraps up today's video. Now, if you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to get yourself a Uwell Yearn disposable pod system and some pods, there is a link in the description below. I am also running a 10% off of all Click Apparel merch. There is a discount code on the screen and a link in the description also, so feel free to check that out. And lastly, a huge thank you to Uwell for sending me all the products you have. I really appreciate the support of the channel, and I love the fact that I get to work with you guys. So if you guys want to go into the description below and check out all of Uwell's social media, be sure to leave a comment or a like or a subscribe to any of their socials and just thank them on my behalf, because without you guys, this would never have happened, and I'm so grateful. So thank you guys so much. And I shall see you in the next video. Peace.